Excuse me. I've been hearing for a long time about how the Democrats stole the election in 2020 and all that other crap. And when you break down each and every one of the arguments, it's really quite simple. If you look at the big picture, we have Donald Trump right now at this moment involved in 3 very, very huge lawsuits, criminal trials, about national security, specifically one of them being changing the electoral votes in order to steal the election. Get fake electoral votes. Fake votes. That's what it was last election, 2020. And we don't know if that was the case in 2016. Nobody looked for that. They were looking at Russia. But that's my little conspiracy theory. But anyway, he's waiting for trial for this. The RICO case in Georgia has to do with this as well. And there's a lot of evidence about this. I mean, stone cold hard evidence, conspiracy behind the scenes of, the fake electors, of stop the steal, of that whole narrative of everything being purposely, maliciously created to steal the election. And right now, at this very moment, coming up on the 2024 election, the Republicans are still swearing the only people in this world that were messing with the elections were the Democrats, even though every single breakthrough investigation by Republican investigators in Republican states turn out that Republicans are using, their deceased parents' ballots to sign for Donald Trump. So, yes, there was election fraud. The problem is there wasn't a lot, and what they have found was mainly more Republicans than Democrats. But that doesn't even matter how many were Republicans and Democrats. There was not enough fraud to affect the outcome of the election. Period. Game over. But right now in 2024, Donald Trump himself has said he doesn't need any more votes. He doesn't need any more votes. He has all the votes he needs. What he means by that, or the electoral college votes, he has the swing states stacked with 73 different people, secretaries of states, all the people intricately involved in basically confirming and certifying the elections at the state level, through the county and the state level. This is their jobs, and these 73 people are hardcore election deniers. There are certain parts of this discussion moving on to the 2024 election that needs to just go away. The election interference stuff needs to go away, and if it is blamed on the Democrats, they need to have an open enough mind to read the actual evidence against Donald Trump under that very same subject. And if they refuse to enlighten themselves by actually looking into said evidence and supporting evidence, they will recognize, if they are open-minded enough to recognize that they're human and they can make mistakes, they may recognize they're making one of them right at this very moment, mainly because they didn't bother to that point to inform themselves on the facts of who's actually actively still currently trying to steal the election, who was working with the Russians in 2016, in 2020 was working with the Russians and the Saudis, and in 2024 so far we have the Russians, we have the Saudi Arabians, we have Israel, we have China, and we have North Korea, all trying to help Donald Trump win. And he has 73 employees that already vowed not to certify the election in their entire states, because they're not going to say it's legitimate, because it'll go to Congress, and Congress will choose who gets those electoral votes. Now, that brings us to the big problem that we're facing, and that is, even if they pull that BS, we need to have so many damn votes in every other electoral vote there, so they still get their asses whooped. And if that doesn't work, and if we still need some backup, I know there is King Dark Brandon just waiting to shake his wand. Ladies and gentlemen, have faith. Recognize that a majority of us recognize. And because of that, This will all go away. It may pop up in different forms in the future, but this will all go away. This country is weaker, divided. We are stronger together. We are stronger united. We need to focus on that, because all the stuff going on all over this world, it's not Biden's fault. It's not Trump's fault. It's everybody who's involved's fault. Some of us ours. But it's real. The more energy we put into being pissed off at someone else for it or blaming someone else for it, you know what we're doing to our country? We're not using our energy to actually solve the freaking problem. United. It's harder to beat. Stay diligent, stay educated, be kind. We are all in this together. We're going to be just fine. Just got to fight a little harder. God bless.